Hi, yo. This is RTTI in New York City alongside Nigel Nicholson. We're going to try this a third time over here. This is about the FedEx company trying to mess around with Nigel's packages and just frustrating him to the point where they're lying and saying things about misplacing packages and things of that nature. So we're going to make sure that we get that back on the record because the recordings have been coming back distorted. And that's because people have purposely hacked into my OBS software, went into the mic settings, and did something to it. Also, like through the updates, they can spool things as well, which is true. Fine, but have it. Give it to Nigel so he can take it away and break down. He want to put it there, and we go to the FedEx and what the outcome and his current state. All right, take it away.
Yeah. So again, guys, the burps, those are my folks there to you. Store. What is that going to do? The two doors.
They're screwing with it right now.
And doesn't sound right. So, he's able to get it done, and which is a good thing. And so I'm just going to do a recap of my targeting, particularly what they've been doing with an order that I placed. I placed an order online, and this was 2 items that were shipped to me. And I didn't want the items anymore, so I called the seller, and I said, okay, I would like to have these items returned. And these were big items, they were pretty long. So they're like, okay, so they said to me that, all right, FedEx is going to come. They set up a pickup for FedEx on Wednesday. This was the week before Christmas. Okay, so Wednesday came, I was home, FedEx didn't come. Thursday, FedEx came Thursday, but I wasn't there, and I called them, and I said, hey, FedEx missed the pickup on Wednesday. They were like, okay, we'll send, since the item is freight, we'll send it to, we submit for a pickup from a freight company, right? I'm like, all right, cool. That was a Thursday, right? So Thursday afternoon, FedEx came back. Like I said, I wasn't there. And then Friday, FedEx came back again. I was running out the door. I was pretty, going to pick up my kids. So when they came back, I said, hey, are you sure you guys are here to pick up this package? Because I had called the seller, and they were like, they're going to send a freight company. They're like, well, they're like, take a picture of the label, which I did, and show it to them. And they're like, yeah, we'll take it, because it's been as freight, and we do freight. So I was like, all right, fine, what happened? So they took it. Coming back to pick up the kids, I'm like, oh shoot, I never gave them the return label. So I went into the email I was supposed to receive from the seller, which was Walmart, and I didn't see a return label, even though the email said at the end of the email that to print out the return label at the end of this email. I didn't see that. So I'm calling, Walmart to see if they can resend me the label. That way I can have the tracking number. I mean, then I know that FedEx have the tracking number also, because they came. So obviously, they know that they were supposed to come for a pick, which they did. They did 3 times, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay, I was told by the seller that, hey, they can't send me a copy of the return label. I'm like, why not? I'm like, you guys were supposed to send me the first, and we didn't. So why can't you send it? So, to make a long story short, they just keep giving me all these excuses, what have you, and telling me that I should send an email to help at Walmart. And excuse me. And when I did that, the email that I sent didn't get through. It said that it couldn't be sent, right? Because that email is only for outgoing mail, not for incoming. So I'm like, okay, so so I have to call back. I mean, I was on the phone with these people. Then I called FedEx and said, hey, you guys. I said, hey, two of your workers came to pick up a package from me, and I just want to make sure that it's in your system that you have the package, right? So they were like, well, we need a tracking number. I said, well, I don't have a tracking number. I said, plus, when I called the seller, they told me that because it's freight, you didn't need a tracking number. So going back and forth, for like almost 3 hours on a Friday night. I think the last call I made to them was like after 10 o'clock. And then I finally spoke to someone who were able to go into the system, into the FedEx system, and see that that FedEx did indeed have possession of the items. So I'm like, all right, good. They have it. Good. At least I know that they have it. So I asked to send me a confirmation email, right, saying that FedEx do have the package, and done. Okay. So a couple of days went by. This was actually the weekend went by, and I think the Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, was it the Tuesday? Christmas? No, it wasn't Tuesday. I'm sorry. It was the Monday. The Monday. The Tuesday actually. Monday. So the Monday. Anyway, I don't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday, but anyway, so the doorbell ring, and here's FedEx, redelivering one of the items, and I'm like, hey, what's going on here? You're not supposed to redeliver this to me. This was going back to the seller. So he was like, listen, I can't take it back, and blah, blah, blah. You have to call them and make another arrangement to have them deliver it again. So I was like, you know what? I guess this shit was meant for me to have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't believe in that shit, but, I know that these people trying to screw around, what have you. And only because I wanted to send the items back that they did what they did so they can have this beat delivered to me to try to piss me off, what have you. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to keep it, right? All right? So I kept it, right? So, you know what I'm saying? And then, this was like, enjoying the Christmas holiday and stuff like that. So the following, a couple of days later, I'm like, okay, at least the other one is sent back to them. So then after New Year's now, the day after New Year's, I get a call from this company in Queens called Pilot. And they're like, hey, I'm calling to about the pickup for the packages that was supposed to be going back to the seller. And I'm like, that was 2.5 weeks ago. Why are you guys calling me now after New Year's? You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, listen, FedEx already picked up the package. And I said, so I hang up the phone. Then I called the seller. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I said, FedEx picked up the package. You guys told me that the package was in FedEx possession, and you guys should have the items already. So they'll give me like this thing. They're like, well, we don't know where the package is at. You know what I'm saying? Looking at FedEx, FedEx, they don't have it. And I'm like, what do you mean they don't have it? And, different tracking number or another. I don't know. Before Christmas, you guys told me that the packages were in FedEx possession. I'm like, okay, whatever, right? I said, but then FedEx came and they returned one of the package to me. Okay? So then he goes, after he goes, back and forth with FedEx, what have you, he's telling me, he's like, you know what? You have to call FedEx to straighten this out. I'm like, what do you mean have to call FedEx to straighten this out? What are you talking about? I said, you guys should have the packages. So after about an hour on the phone with him, okay, he comes back after telling me that I have to call FedEx because it doesn't have to do with them. It has to do with me and FedEx. Then he comes back an hour later and tell me that FedEx said that I refused the delivery. I said, okay, if you're telling me that FedEx said I refused the delivery, then the packages should be in FedEx possession. So why are you telling me that I have to call FedEx for something that they claim that I refused the delivery, so I never got it. I never accepted it, right? So I said to him, okay. So then I said, well, if you're telling me this, then it's in FedEx possession, right? I said, okay, there you go. But actually, I missed this part. So before this, which is on the second, this was like, I think, New Year's Eve, I called Walmart again to make sure if they have the package. And the guy told me, he's like, yes, FedEx had returned that the package was in their possession, not FedEx. But FedEx had already delivered the package, right? So, I completely forgot about that. So when I had got the call from the freight company, and I told them, that FedEx delivered the package, I ended up calling. Like I said, I called back Walmart, and then with this guy telling me that that FedEx said I refused the package, what have you. So I said, okay. I said, listen, I called. You guys told me that FedEx had possession of it. Then you come back and you tell me that FedEx delivered it to you guys and you guys have it. Now you tell me that you guys don't have it and all this stuff, and I have to call FedEx. Then you come back and you telling me that FedEx said I refused the delivery. So which one is it? I said, FedEx is trying to cover their behind. Okay, what's going on here? So then he is like, I'll call you back, what have you. So he goes back into the system, right? Then he tells me, oh yeah, the item wasn't delivered. I said, okay, you said the items were delivered to you guys? I said, okay, fine. I said, do me a favor, give me back my refund. Okay, I said, I want you to give me back my refund, issue my refund right now. Send me a confirmation email about you issuing my refund because you just told me that you guys have possession of the item. Okay, so I'm like, all right, fine. So I said, half an hour went by, and I see that he didn't email me. He didn't send me an email about the confirmation of the call or the fact that they issued my refund. So I called back, spoke to somebody different this time. Again, they're telling me that they don't know where the package is at, all this stuff. I said, listen, forget about all that stuff. I said, the guy I spoke to earlier told me that you guys have possession of the item, and he was supposed to be issuing me a refund. So I said, okay, I just want to make sure that my refund is being issued. She was like, well, we can't, your refund is not going to go through until we receive the item. I said, okay, whatever. I said, listen, okay, please tell me where the item is at. So she was like, well, I'm going to investigate and this is what they do. The next day, I called back. Now, I was calling for something different because for the past 2 months, right, I've been unable to log on to my account on my Walmart payment account online so I can pay off my Walmart card, or which I pay it off monthly. I pay the balance, the minimum monthly, or what have you. So apparently, they transfer my card to another bank, right? Didn't give me any warning, anything like that. Then I went back into the site that I usually log on to, and I saw that it says that, it was transferred to another bank. So I was on the phone with one of the customer service reps from Walmart, and I was telling her that for the past 2 months I've not been able to access my account, so therefore I couldn't pay my bill. And the Walmart that they're in Jersey, because they're far. So anyway, I figured out. I told her, I said, listen, I figured out. She's like, is there anything else that you need to do? I said, yeah. I said, on top of that, the issue I was having with packages that was delivered to me, and I called them to have them come in and bring it back to you guys, all this stuff. And I said, I went through so much. I said, if you look at the history of the calls that I've made, and she went through it, she noted everything, stuff like that. And I said, listen, you said, as you can see, it says that the packages was delivered to you guys. Then I'm being told that you guys don't have it. I said, listen, this has been a nightmare, and I wanted, basically I want to get my refund back on that. Because, you guys telling me that I refused the delivery, so the package went back to you guys. You see, you guys don't have it, the FedEx and all this stuff. I said, all this is just nonsense, and it's like a complete nightmare. And I said, to begin with, it was your guys' fault. Okay? The fault lays on you guys. The customer service rep who I spoke to should have given me a return label, which they never did. Right? And I said, when I called FedEx and asked them for the tracking number because I didn't have it, they said that they don't have it, they wouldn't know what the tracking number is. So I went into my email, I said, just me, listen. But they sent me from Walmart, didn't have the tracking number attached to it. But then I saw that I had an email from FedEx with the tracking number. So I'm like, okay, FedEx is telling me that they don't have the tracking number, but yet I get an email from FedEx with the tracking number. And then she issued me my refund, and she was like, then on top of that, I said to her, please send an email that you guys are issuing me my refund, and send me another email about the conversation that me and you had. And she did exactly that. She sent me an email about the conversation me and her had, and then she sent me an email reaffirming my refund was being issued. And so today I got confirmation that my refund was issued to me. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be diligent as a TI when they do shit like this, and you have to keep on it, because you know what? It ended up working out in my favor. Okay? So all who they tried to screw me up, it worked out in my favor. And because it worked out in my favor, they started sending the police now to try and intimidate me. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. Every time as a TI, when you're in this program, when they do things to you and it end up working out in your favor because if you're diligent to correct it, right, and to make people understand that you're being screwed with, and it works out in your favor, they try to use the police again to intimidate you. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened to me. Today, I took the kids to the mall, okay? And we left the mall. My daughter was like, her stomach is hurting her. Now, we were in the mall now. She was fine. We left the mall. She said, my stomach is hurting me. I said, okay, do you think you want to take a poop? She's like, yeah, I do, what have you, right? So I was like, all right. Along the way home, there's a McDonald's. You can stop by there, and you can use the restroom. So we stopped by the McDonald's. I left Ethan in the car. I locked the door. I had the car running. And I just cracked the window slightly, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he's 10 years old, so he's in the car in 14 minutes. I'm saying, like he's... So, yeah. Okay, I'll lock the door, I'll crack the windows just a little bit, because again, it is winter. I'm saying, so it's not like it's summertime it's hot or what have you. Summertime it's hot, I would never leave him in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So he's there. So we went to the bathroom. All of a sudden, she's like, I said, okay, you want to go poop? So she sat down. She didn't poop. She's like, I don't know why it's not coming out, but I don't need to poop anymore. I'm like, all right, fine. So now I'm coming out of the McDonald's, right? All of a sudden, I see these two female NYPD officers walking towards the car. Okay, so they're walking towards the car, and they're looking at me, and so I'm looking at them, and I put my fingers in my ear, and they walk past me and walk into McDonald's. So they walk into McDonald's, and they turn right back around. They turn right back around now, and cross in front of me, cross in front of the car, right? Now, they went across the parking lot, and on the back of the parking lot, there were 6 more NYPD officers just standing there, all looking at me. So I put my daughter in the car. I took my phone and I started recording. I recorded them so because when I do my video, I want to show people understand exactly what it is that they're doing. So I started recording, right? So I recorded. We drove out of the parking lot, and then I said to myself, you know what? I should start recording on my way home, because coming from the mall, I wasn't recording at all. So I think they walked behind the car because they wanted to see if the phone was recording. And they're very slick. Okay, they're very slick. So being that I wasn't recording, they ended up walking in front of the car. Right? One was a white female police officer. The other one was a Hispanic female police officer. Right? So I'm driving home. I said, okay, let me record. So I started recording. So I asked Alyssa. I said, hey, Alyssa, is your stomach still hurting you? And she was like, no. At that point, I knew that they were hitting her with direct energy weapons, okay, to upset her stomach and to make her stomach hurt. And so that I can go into that very same McDonald's, when I came with that, they already knew what was going to happen. And so they staged the audience so that they can harass and try to intimidate, right? And this is what they do. Now, we have my son, and on our way to on the highway, there's a McDonald's. Also, he's like, I was sitting down, upstairs, and we're going to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden, he doesn't want me because he can't pee there. I don't want to pee. It was direct energy. didn't have at all. They were using that I said it was 75. He said it's 10, but Alyssa is 6. So using it on her, they use it on her. He was really, I can hold it. But Alyssa seemed like I said, nah. So they were basically use that at the end. Yeah. They like, oh, I gotta pee, I gotta take the pool, and bring you into. So they know that they're going to be stationed there to target you. Okay? And so that what happened today. So we came home. Then all of a sudden she wanted to go to the store to get whatever. So I went to the store. She wanted to get a hero. So she's been bothering me since we got in the house. And I'm like, listen, calm down. Then finally took her to the store. And of course, so they had the people in the station targeting me in the store, stuff like that. So it's back and forth. But listen, I'm not going to go back into no flight mode. And I'm constantly going to stay in the fight mode and in the fight phenomenon. And this is exactly the point where I need to be, and they never, like this other TI who they start attacking heavily during these times, and they go into the fight mode. Okay. Just excuse me. Thank you. So yeah, and so from the time I've gotten in the house today, it's enough. That is fun. I come inside after a while, thing happens. That's the whole people. Every movie that is made, they have references within these. That if you're a TI and you're watching that movie, and when those scenes come, whenever the character is, they will start police sirens immediately afterwards. They are just poor. The cat in the movie on the speaker button. Right? So this is how intricate programming they do in Hollywood, and how they use Hollywood actors to have it be use a script to inject certain phrase, certain words, so that it isn't there. What is always you're always a police officer. Even always to the athlete. So it just should be like whether it be a birthday, the target you have, they don't enjoy holidays. They don't want you enjoying your birthday. If your parents go somewhere, the target you have, don't want you to enjoy it. They don't want you to go out there and have fun. And this is what they're doing. Because they've been trying to do this for the past couple of days, schooling it with software, right? Like that. So you would finally at least get it working. You know what I'm saying? And that's right. There, but that's what it is, man. They're constantly, it's never ending with these people, and it's a constant fight we as targeted individuals have to go through on a daily basis when it comes to this program. They use it to injure and hurt your children. That these persons know that, hey, these people are evil. Okay? These are evil psychopaths.
Yo, Nudge.
You know what they've been doing periodically, man? they're messing with the mic settings downstairs. Because I saw some fool down there, and he played games. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, when your voice is on, they mute it on and off. And when I go into the room, they put it on. When I go out, they put it off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like this constant little game that they're playing when they know I'm not in the room and shit. So that's how I'm able to tell you now for sure that these fools like to play these games close by. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Although you're right, they don't have to be close by because they can do it remotely. But I'm letting you know now that I just peep how they go about doing that shit in that aspect. So, not to recall the same thing all over again because we don't need to do all that. But there was a few points that are going to come out kind of blurred out or not so distinct audibly because they're playing games. You know what I'm saying? With the actual recording live right now through the mic. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing the same thing they were doing before, but they're doing something else. You know what I mean? So just to let you know, that way you know ahead of time and whatnot, what's going on. In case you can, if you're able, now like speak up a little bit, so it could come out clearer. Because from what I noticed, even if you do that, it's still that they go in and out and shit like that. Yeah. But I notice when I go back in the room, boom, it comes back on. So it's like a little game.
Yeah, but well, listen, man.
I can't hear you, Lex. Now it's like muted. Hello? Yeah, it's muted, Nigel. I can't hear you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that tomorrow, we will do this again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Before we do the call, until that call, we'll just, take a few minutes. We'll go over this. We'll do it again. And, in the meantime, you can work, you know what I'm saying? Just keep playing with the settings, what have you, until, you get it 100%.
Absolutely. No question about it, man. So if anything, man, you let me know. I'm going to let you know because I know you got stuff that you want to do, and you already let me know and whatnot. So it's all good. I appreciate your time and your input. I'm going to keep trying to crack at this, and I've already figured out one main thing that they do, like I already mentioned to you. So I'm going to deal with that, bro, in my own way. You already know. Yeah. If anything be, I'll get back to you tomorrow, and we'll do it again, man. Hopefully tomorrow will be a lot better with the recording of this whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to figure it out tonight.
Yeah. Okay, bro. All
right, man. Okay. Have a good night, bro.
All right, you too.
Peace. I just wanted to add on the record, because Nigel was talking about FedEx. I'm going to add the USPS issues that I've had, as far as I've noticed and whatnot. These people, they hold on to packages locally in my local post office. You know what I mean? So what I ended up doing was calling the local neighborhood post office and asking for my item. I named it by tracking number and order number and all that. They told me, your carrier, the one who has your route, he more than likely has it in his van or his truck and he hasn't scanned it. And I said, yeah, I see that here. It shows that the item is awaiting to be scanned. And then I asked her, well, why is it awaiting to be scanned? Why wasn't it scanned with all the other packages? And she goes, I don't know. That's a good question. Could be that he overlooked it. Could be that he lost it in transit. I said, how could it be lost in transit, man? If he has it in the truck and it's awaiting to be scanned. Apparently, he didn't scan it. So what I figured out with that, when I put two and two together, is the fact that they're putting it there purposely, so that way they'll leave it there and I have to wait. So it's like a waiting game, delaying the thing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's what these fools do. You know what I mean? So just to put on the record, because they're going out of their way to try to make sure that this call doesn't get recorded correctly, the audio doesn't come out clear. I already know what time it is, so the way I handle this situation is the way I'm going to handle it. I'm not going to even say much. I'm going to just do it when I'm ready to do it, and that's about it with that. But I definitely want to put it on the record in regards to them holding on to packages. When I order something from Amazon or what have you, it's not Amazon, it's not the seller. I never have issues with those people. The issues always come up when it's with the local post office, always. And it's because they're holding on to the packages purposely. And this is how they do.
This is
not anything new. It's not anything that is like extraordinary. This is how they target us TIs. Just another way of harassment, another way of trying to reward and punish, type of thing. You know what I mean? It's one of the tactics in psychologicalharassment.com that these people do and use against us alongside administrative abuse. So this particular call tonight was redone a third time, and as y'all can hear, it's been tampered with by these local neighborhood fools, these perps. They like to linger, around my building and whatnot, wearing color codes and shit like that. You know what I mean? So the thing is that as long as you guys already know that we're not going to stop, we're going to continue doing what we do, regardless of the fact. They can keep doing the little tampering, the little bullshit, sabotaging attempts and things of that nature, and we'll just keep coming back with more and more and more, information for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because the point being here is that you can't stop, you can't give up. You got to keep on trucking, as the saying goes. You got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing, regardless. You know what I mean? Because these fools, what they want is to try to cause a feeling of defeat, feeling of giving up, feeling of like, oh man, I'm just going to give up because they're going to keep doing this and shit like that. You can't allow these fools to have that at all. You know what I mean? Let them know that they're going to have it. As much as they're going to try to get it, they're going to get it back. And we're not going to stop or be silenced by anyone, no matter what these fools try to do. All right, y'all, so that's pretty much it. I hope at least some of the stuff that Nigel said earlier on the call came out. Probably some of it did it because, as you already know, they were tampering with it in real time over here. But not to worry, we're going to continue bringing it live to y'all, regardless of the fact. We're going to keep doing what we do. And just, you got to stay on top of shit. You got to make sure y'all keep exposing, keep documenting. Don't allow these fools to make you feel like you can't do anything, because that's exactly what they're there to do, to try to create that atmosphere. Because without any of that stuff, these little gadgets, their hacking ability, and their little psychological operations tactics, you snatch that all from them. It's like snatching the rug from them, and they fall and they bust their ass, because that's what they are, a bunch of cowards. They know damn well that one-on-one, faced with reality, they won't do shit. They'll cower away like the little bitches that they are, and they'll hide in their little caves where the fuck they came from. So that's how they do. That's how cowards do. But in any case, this is R.T. T.I. in New York City. About to shut it down for tonight as far as this call in particular. I wanted to make sure I got that in there. This is a part 3 from the series that we were doing in regards to exposing FedEx with Nigel and the packages that they were holding and purposely misplacing, things of that nature. Then I added my little thing with USPS. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to sign out for now. Be back at y'all with another one soon. R.T. T.I. in New York City. No.